This is what you need to know right now with your host, 8-time Emmy winner, Michelle Mortensen. It's like the news, but better. Fast, fun, and factual. It's what you need to know right now.
All eyes are on Ukraine. The president pops off and Disney dumps the Dwarfs. I'm Michelle Mortensen, and this is what you need to know right now about the biggest news stories and talkers of the week. All right, this week, all eyes have been on Ukraine, with the world wondering, will he or won't he? And we're talking about Putin invading Ukraine, and it's really looking like he's probably going to do it. President Biden even sent 8,500 troops to the region and military equipment to our NATO allies, which pretty much says, yeah, everyone thinks it's going to happen. But you know what? A lot of Americans are kind of scratching their head on this one because they don't quite get why they should care about another country at all, because they can't even find this country on the map. And they're more focused on things like inflation, the border, COVID, literally anything else. Even CNN had to ask the question, why should Americans care? But what really got me was the answer from the Biden administration. Check it out.
Why should Americans care about what's happening in Ukraine?
Because it goes to a very fundamental principle of all nations, which is that our borders should be inviolate, that our sovereignty should be respected.
Okay. I'm shook. Did he just say borders are inviolable?
I don't know what that means.
Inviolable means unbreakable, not to be violated, not to be dishonored. And to tell you the truth, borders should be inviolable, 100%. However, it's a little ironic hearing that from Team Biden when they opened our borders wide open and absolutely refused to protect our borders at all. I mean, did you know that in December alone, 185,000 people violated our border and crossed illegally? But sure, let's fight for Ukraine's border.
And isn't it ironic? Don't you think?
Adding to the irony, Nancy Pelosi told her Democrat legislators that they must act quickly and pass legislation to protect Ukraine's border.
No way.
Yes, way.
And with that, we can officially say the world has gone mad because Democrats care more about border security anywhere else but here, begging the question, why?
Why?
Well, the answer is simple. Democrats do what's best for them and not what's best for America. And they certainly don't do anything that makes sense. They just want to manipulate you with buzzwords. Here's the proof. If you're a Republican and you want the southern border protected, you're racist. But Ukraine, protecting the border is absolutely necessary. Also, America can't have a gas pipeline here, the environment, but a ruthless dictator in Russia can totally have one with our okay, because saving the environment really only matters in America. The rest of the world, environment be damned. Oh, and voter ID, also racist. Yet Democrats will fight for free and fair elections with voter ID for any other country in the world.
Isn't it ironic?
Yes, Atlantis, it is. It's also extremely hypocritical. But sadly, Democrats aren't the only hypocrites we're forced to deal with in America on a regular basis, because we also have a very hypocritical mainstream media and press.
It's fake news.
Earlier this week, the president attacked a member of the press, saying this on a hot mic.
What a stupid son of a bitch.
Now, I bet you're wondering where the outrage was from the mainstream media that one of their own, a reporter, was attacked by the president of the United States. I mean, Rachel Maddow over at MSNBC, she had to be clasping her pearls, right? Jim Acosta, he was appalled, right? I mean, he's still claiming he's got scars from Trump's vicious attacks on him. And Cuomo, he had to have said, oh, wait, he's fired. But seriously, though, no one in the mainstream media cared at all. In fact, the press hasn't said a word about Biden's many vicious attacks on members of the press. Here's a quick review of just some of the totally inappropriate things Biden has said to the media.
If you guys keep sending that garbage out, yeah.
Why are you so confident he'll change his behavior, Mr. President?
Yeah, I'm not confident changing behavior. What do you do all the time?
Mr. President, can I ask you a quick question on Israel before you drive
No, you can't.
And
That is an interesting reading of English. I assume you got into journalism because you like to write.
Truly surprising stuff, no? From a man who said he was going to unify America and also said this his first day on the job.
If you're ever working with me and I hear you treat another colleague with disrespect, talk down to someone, I promise you I will fire you on the spot.
You're fired. Get out of here.
The truth is, all reporters should hope to be called an SOB by a politician because it means you're doing your job. You're not being partisan. You're questioning everything and you're not taking things at face value. It's really a badge of honor, and Peter Doocy knows it. The media should never be a mouthpiece for an administration, although the media is the mouthpiece for Biden right now. They refuse to do its job. They refuse to hold Biden accountable. They keep pretending this president, who doesn't do much other than eat ice cream, is not a disgrace, but he is a disgrace.
It's the worst.
The only good news is that Biden and the Democrats are definitely going to lose very badly in November. They know it, and the media knows, and they can't stop it. Now, you may be asking, Michelle, how do you know this? Well, the White House leaked on Wednesday that Justice Breyer is retiring. Seriously, they let the cat out of the bag and didn't even let the man make his own announcement. Now, why would they do that?
Oh, I know.
Maybe it's because they need to ram through a liberal justice while the Dems still have control, because the Republicans are taking over November 8th.
Celebrate good times, come on.
In other news, Neil Young is pissed.
Who?
Some old dude who has songs no one's ever heard of. Anyhow, he gave Spotify an ultimatum. Cancel Joe Rogan, the host of the most popular podcast in the world, or else. And if they don't meet his demands, he wants his music pulled from the platform. So how did Spotify respond?
Don't let the door hit you on the way out.
Neil Young's music was promptly removed from Spotify, meeting his ultimatum and demands, upsetting no one really, but a small sect of hippie boomers who still wear tie-dye and are half bald, but managed to make a long ponytail out of their neck hair.
Ew.
Finally, tonight, Disney is ditching the Dwarfs in its upcoming live-action remake of Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs.
I don't understand.
Now, you may be wondering why they would ditch the Dwarfs in a movie that is primarily about dwarfs. Well, you'd have to ask Peter Dinklage.
Huh? Who dat?
You know, this guy from Game of Thrones.
Him.
So now you're probably asking, why was a little person who made millions playing dwarfs and little people in movies angry about a movie that would give even more roles to little people? Was it because they didn't want to cast him as grumpy?
Damn, that's cold.
No, because he said on the WTF podcast this week that to him, it doesn't make sense for Disney to be woke enough to cast a Latina as Snow White, but still cast movies with dwarfs.
WTF to that.
Now, Dinklage was pretty much the only person on planet Earth who took issue with this, but that didn't stop Disney from breaking to his woke demands faster than Tanya Harding could break a knee.
Funny, but wrong.
Disney said it consulted with the dwarf community, aka Dinklage, and that their remake of Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs will no longer have dwarfs, but the dwarfs will be mythical creatures instead.
Huh, didn't see that coming.
It's official. Woke America sucks. And that's really what you need to know right now. I'm Michelle Mortensen in Las Vegas at Grabet TV Studios, bringing you the news in a fast and fun way. Be sure to check out Grabet TV anytime. We're free for you and free from censorship. I'm Michelle Mortensen. I'll see you next time.